A massive update on AJ Lee's WWE return, the best and worst of Clash in Paris 2025. Buddy Matthews attacks fans after Rhea Ripley was mobbed in Paris. Stars received security escorts after fans constantly mobbed them in Paris. Backstage politics is splitting WWE after Vince McMahon's birthday. Wade Barrett called out for his controversial comments during WWE Clash in Paris. John Cena is conflicted about his loyalties. Why Roman Reigns wore 2 Ula Fallas in Paris. Roman Reigns is turning heel upon his return. Let's dive right in. The best and worst of Clash in Paris 2025. Clash in Paris was a tale of two halves. The first portion of the show left a lot to be desired, even if it did feature a hot angle. Things picked up in the second half, with a string of great matches and huge moments. We will get to the show-long thread, but first, a bonus best goes out to the Clash in Paris stage. The Eiffel Tower looked magnificent, making the show feel even grander than it was. So, with that in mind, here are the biggest positives and negatives from WWE's latest international premium live event. Number 1. That's more like it. Clash in Paris 2025 delivered a mixed bag, with a lackluster first half giving way to a thrilling second half packed with standout matches and unforgettable moments. The stunning Eiffel Tower-themed stage elevated the event's grandeur, earning a special nod as a highlight. Here's a breakdown of the best and worst from WWE's latest international spectacle. Number 2. The best. John Cena shines against Logan Paul. John Cena was at his peak, delivering a hard-hitting victory over Logan Paul in a match that played to his strengths. The 17-time world champion pulled out all the stops, including a Styles clash as a nod to his legendary rival AJ Styles. Cena and Paul meshed perfectly, with Cena ensuring Paul looked strong in defeat. This high-energy bout set the tone for what fans hope will be Cena's final WWE matches, especially after his looming feud with Brock Lesnar wraps up. Number 3. The worst. Nikki Bella's off night. Nikki Bella, a respected WWE legend, had a rare misstep challenging Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. The two struggled to connect in the ring, a surprising contrast to the man's usual chemistry with opponents. A botched disaster kick marked the low point, highlighting their off night. Fans hope the Hall of Famer gets a chance to bounce back after this stumble at Clash in Paris. Number 4. The best. Sheamus and Rusev's brutal bar fight. Sheamus and Rusev stole the show with an epic bar fight that lived up to its chaotic billing. Armed with shillelaghs and smashing whiskey barrels and bar cupboards, the former League of Nations teammates left it all in the ring. Rusev earned a hard-fought win, forcing Sheamus to tap out with a shillelagh-assisted accolade. This wild brawl showcased both stars' toughness, leaving fans eager to see what's next for the Bulgarian brute. Number 5. The best and worst. Becky Lynch's game-changing moment. The night's overarching story began with the opener and carried through to the main event. Roman Reigns, after defeating Bronson Reed, was brutally attacked by Braun Breaker and Reed, who hit him with multiple spears and tsunamis. Reigns choked out Paul Heyman before the assault, leading Adam Pearce to eject Breaker and Reed from the arena, while Heyman was sent to a local medical facility. This left Seth Rollins vulnerable in the main event, but his wife, Becky Lynch, stepped up. The man delivered a shocking low blow to CM Punk, allowing Rollins to hit the stomp and defeat Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso, hinting at Lynch joining the Vision. While this twist adds intrigue, it extends the tiring Rollins-Punk feud, though rumors of AJ Lee's return could spice things up. Buddy Matthews attacks fans after Rhea Ripley was mobbed in Paris. Rhea Ripley faced a chaotic scene in Paris before Clash in Paris 2025, when a group of fans swarmed her as she tried to enter an Uber, pushing her against the car door and invading her space. Her husband, Buddy Matthews, didn't hold back, taking to Twitter to rip into those responsible for the incident. Absolutely disgusting to raid someone's personal space like this. Wake the F up and respect people's boundaries, Matthews wrote. Ripley also spoke out, sharing her frustration and urging fans to show respect. She emphasized that wrestlers are human beings, not objects, and deserve basic courtesy. Remember, we are people. Do not swarm me or anyone like a pack of rabid zombies. No one should ever be pushed up against a Uber driver's door and completely mobbed like I just experienced. Use common courtesy and humanity. No means no, Butef, Ripley said. The incident highlights how fan enthusiasm can cross into dangerous territory. While wrestling thrives on passion, Ripley and Matthews made it clear that safety and personal boundaries must come first, sending a strong message to fans to respect their space. In other news, stars received security escorts after fans constantly mobbed them in Paris. This week in Paris, several WWE stars faced overwhelming fan encounters that crossed personal boundaries, prompting the company to step up security measures. Social media footage showed Roxanne Perez being escorted by 3 security guards to ensure her safety as fans lingered nearby. The move comes after Rhea Ripley was swarmed by fans while trying to enter an Uber, followed by similar incidents involving Sheamus and CM Punk, who also called out fans for disrespecting personal space ahead of Clash in Paris 2025. With safety concerns mounting, WWE has deployed security escorts to protect its performers during the event. The incidents underline a clear message. While fan excitement is welcome, it must not turn into harassment. WWE stars pour their hearts into entertaining, and they deserve the same respect and personal space as anyone else. The wrestling community hopes these disruptions don't happen again, as they cast a shadow over the passion that fuels the industry. Backstage politics is splitting WWE after Vince McMahon's birthday. Vince McMahon's recent birthday celebration has revealed a deep split within WWE, with major names like Stephanie McMahon noticeably absent, while stars like John Cena and Drew McIntyre reportedly attended. According to inside sources on the Wrestling Outlaws, this divide signals a fractured locker room, with talent seemingly picking sides between McMahon and the TKO-led WWE. So bro, you are literally choosing a side. You're choosing a side. You're either choosing the TKO side, or you're choosing the Vince McMahon side. But Chris, here is the dynamic. Bro, these people are working together every week. Think about that. They are working together every week and there's clearly two camps. Think about that. I mean, my God, you talk about a dysfunctional company where half of the people are going to the former boss's birthday party and the other half are not, the insider said. Wrestling veteran Dutch Mantel, speaking on Storytime with Dutch Mantel, expressed disappointment at not being invited, despite his ties to attendees like Kane, The Undertaker, and JBL. That's the group. You said Kane was there? I discovered him. Undertaker was there. I was one of his early mentors and helped him. And Mr. Bradshaw. So, I wish they'd invited me. You would have asking me about now. How was the party? I would have said, oh, it's great, it's great. So he is 80 years old and he's surrounded himself with those guys, which are his group. That's his people, Mantel said. The fallout from this event could create tension in the WWE locker room, and it remains unclear how these divisions will impact the company moving forward. John Cena is conflicted about his loyalties. John Cena's attendance at Vince McMahon's 85th birthday party has sparked talk of divided loyalties, according to inside sources. The former WWE CEO was instrumental in Cena's rise to wrestling stardom and his Hollywood success, leaving the Cenation leader deeply grateful. However, McMahon's ongoing legal troubles complicate matters. On the Wrestling Outlaws, an insider highlighted Cena's internal conflict. When you look at Miz, who was there, when you look at Taker, when you look at Cena, I am sure, bro, they are looking at their lives and saying, we would not have what we have if it wasn't for Vince McMahon. Without a shadow of a doubt, John Cena is saying, I would not be in movies. I would not have $1 billion. We would not have what we have if it were not for this man. But, on the other side, okay bro, yes, but look at who this man is, and look at some of the things that this man has done, the source said. Drew McIntyre, another attendee, stayed tight-lipped when pressed about the party on Adam's apple. I'm not going to comment on it on the internet, am I? McIntyre said. As the wrestling world watches, it remains to be seen if other stars who attended will speak out about the event in the weeks ahead. Wade Barrett called out for his controversial comments during WWE Clash in Paris. During Clash in Paris 2025, Wade Barrett stirred up trouble with a bold comment while calling the action alongside Michael Cole. Bayley, who wasn't booked for a match at the event, was active on social media, reacting to the show and Roman Reigns' win over Bronson Reed with a throwback photo of them backstage. But it was Barrett's commentary during Becky Lynch's Women's Intercontinental Championship defense against Nikki Bella that sparked a fiery response from Bayley. Lynch retained her title with a roll-up after Bella dominated much of the match. During the bout, Barrett called Lynch the greatest of all time, prompting Bayley to fire back on X. Becky, the greatest. At Stu Bennett, dumber than Michael Cole, she wrote. Bayley's ongoing rivalry with Lynch on Raw adds fuel to her reaction, as the two have been at odds for months. With Lynch standing tall after her win at Clash in Paris, fans are eager to see if Bayley will step up as her next challenger for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Why Roman Reigns wore 2 Ula Fallas in Paris. Roman Reigns made a striking entrance at Clash in Paris 2025, facing Big Bronson Reed in the opening match, while wearing 2 Ula Fallas, a traditional red one and a new black one. Michael Cole explained the heartfelt reason behind this choice during the broadcast. The rivalry between Reigns and Reed, dubbed the Ula Fallas saga by Paul Heyman, stemmed from Reed's mockery of Reigns' iconic Ula Falla, earning him the nickname Tribal Thief. At the event, Reigns' dual Ula Fallas served as a tribute to his late father, Sika, who passed away just over 2 months ago, and his uncle, Afa, who died last year. Both were pivotal figures in the Anoa'i family, a dynasty that has left an unmatched legacy in wrestling. Nearly 5 years ago, at Hell in a Cell 2020, Sika and Afa placed the Ula Falla on Reigns, marking the start of his Tribal Chief era. On Raw, Reigns stood up for his cousin Jey Uso, who's set to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship with Reigns in his corner. Reigns defended Jey's title shot, citing his rematch clause and pointing out that Jey secured the pin at SummerSlam 2025. After Clash in Paris, Reigns is expected to take another hiatus, leaving fans curious about his next chapter. Roman Reigns is turning heel upon his return. Roman Reigns marked his first singles match at a premium live event since WrestleMania 40 with a win over Bronson Reed at Clash in Paris 2025, reclaiming his stolen shoes from the Tribal Thief. In a bold move, he also locked Paul Heyman in his signature guillotine choke, leaving the Oracle out cold. However, the night took a dark turn when Braun Breaker ambushed Reigns, with Reed joining in for a brutal beatdown. Jey Uso tried to intervene but was overwhelmed by the Vision's numbers advantage. Reigns was stretchered out, and WWE's concerning update on his condition suggests another hiatus looms. Speculation is swirling that when the OTC returns, he might turn heel on Jey Uso, blaming the 40-year-old star for arriving too late to save him, costing him months in his pursuit of Seth Rollins. It's a different Roman Reigns. You go back a couple of years, Roman doesn't take a bullet for anyone. Roman Reigns taking a bullet for Jey Uso tonight. Over this time, I think Jey Uso has earned the respect of the tribal chief. I think there was a point in time where he was calling him main event Jey Uso and all that stuff as a, I'll make you feel good about yourself, kid. Now, I think he really sees Jey Uso as main event Jey Uso. Doesn't mean he's not still the tribal chief, but I think Jey Uso has earned the respect of the tribal chief, Triple H said at the SummerSlam 2025 post-show. While Reigns has been a babyface since returning after WrestleMania 40, taking a spear for Jey at SummerSlam, the recent attack could spark a dramatic shift. Though unconfirmed, a heel turn would shake up his dynamic with Uso and set the stage for a fiery feud. Fans are eager to see what Triple H's creative team has in store for the OTC's return. A massive update on AJ Lee's WWE return. Speculation about AJ Lee's return to WWE has reached new heights following Clash in Paris 2025, where her husband, CM Punk, competed in a fatal four-way for the World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and LA Knight. Becky Lynch's interference, delivering a low blow to Punk to help Rollins retain, sparked fan theories about Lee returning to aid Punk against the Rollins-Lynch duo. A Fightful Select report has added fuel to the fire, revealing that while Lee has previously shown no interest in an in-ring comeback, recent pitches for her return haven't been dismissed as they once were. The report notes more traction around the possibility, though no confirmation of her return exists yet. A WWE official told Fightful they're unconcerned about potential ring rust, pointing to Punk's successful return after a 7-year hiatus. Big E also dropped a hint during the Clash in Paris post-show, suggesting Lee's comeback might be on the horizon. Meanwhile, the Judgment Day's Roxanne Perez has been vocal about her dream to face Lee, speaking on Ring the Bell about her determination to share the ring with the former Divas champion. It's going, we're trying, you know. Hopefully one day she'll come back and maybe we can all do something together. That would be like my dream. I can't retire until I have a match against Lee. So you know, I can't be 80 years old wrestling either, so, Perez said. With growing buzz, fans are eager to see if the 38-year-old AJ Lee will step back into the WWE ring in the coming weeks.